Is this thing on?
Well, howdy, ho, and Katrina A. Johnson. Yay! Welcome to this week's Uncensored Radio Live. We are here. We are queer. Get used to it. How's everyone going today, folks? We're good. We're living our life. Jeffrey's looking super confused, but that's all right. I'm not going to go to Jeffrey first because
It's like you were trying to say something about Katrina.
Yeah, Katrina's the
Oh,
bomb.
it wasn't about me. It was about
I know better. I know that better than to piss off Kitty. We're going to start with Katie today. How are you, Katie?
Oh, hey guys. In the midst of a snowstorm. Not excited about it, but you know, if you think about it, it's February, and this is our first major snowstorm. So maybe we'll get out of winter somewhat unscathed. They canceled school already, so there's that.
Oh no.
Well, I was going to say, at least you still got internet, so you're doing better than Australia right now because the internet's shit here. Like, we've lost Brookie due to shit internet.
Yeah.
My net dropped out.
My internet is solidly working for once. I am very pleased. That's the one thing I got going for me, right?
We're making it right.
Yeah,
making it
the
right.
one thing.
Now, Miss Katrina A. Johnson. That's a nice mug.
Beauty.
And your coffee cup's nice too, Kat.
Oh.
Nice mugs and nice jugs. Katrina A. Johnson. Woo!
She's muted.
Oh,
She's muted herself.
Babe. You've muted yourself.
Bubs,
How about now?
You're
we
good.
can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I was saying, does anyone know how to make headphones look cute? Because I don't.
Well, you've hidden
I
them
don't
quite
think
well.
it's possible.
No,
I say you're
you've
making
done
it
well.
work.
So
That
how's
said,
Kitty?
my
What's Kitty doing
vision's
upstairs?
impaired.
Well, I'm looking for a new book to read because I finished the Jenny Petlin book.
Great
And
interview, by the way, guys.
that was good. I
Of
love
course.
her. I need to find something funny to read. So any recommendations, guys, put them in the chat room. Let me know what I
Maybe
should hit up
without
next.
the psych wards and child abuse and all that.
Well,
kind
I
of
was going to
stuff
tell you,
so-
maybe you should start pulling off the banned book list. That's a good start.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
When are you
That's
gonna
how
write
Katie
a
like
book?
gets
it.
her social justice warrior on.
When are we getting the kitty diaries? That'd be
You know, I actually had a book
About
deal.
that.
yes.
Yeah. It was $1 million signing bonus, and I blew it.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I pissed off the ghostwriter, so we
So
won't be
sore
seeing
subject.
that. We won't be seeing that anytime soon. Anytime you lose 7 figures over 5 words, yeah, 4 words.
They were powerful words.
4 words. Ah!
Words have power, guys.
I was so
Yeah.
mad at you.
Ghostwriters out there, she's available.
Yes,
Let's do
please
this.
hit me up. And you can find me here on Uncensored Radio.
There you go.
Until that next $1 million deal comes through.
Here we are.
All dust.
Mhm. Until then.
Until then, I'm here. How you doing?
Here we go, hawking our
Look.
shit. We're making live videos on
that
TikTok,
would be
Twitter,
cute.
and on Katrina's Instagram, trying to get people to tune their asses in and subscribe
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Oh, Coughlin, you
Yeah.
can't write shit. Don't lie.
Oh, okay. Well, things are getting very personal very
So
quickly.
very vicious. Straight
That's all
up.
right. As we're saying, follow us on Live UCR, Instagram and Twitter, you know, Uncensored Radio, YouTube, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, what was the deal? What was the deal? If we got we had to get tags, right, Katrina? Oh
Yes,
he's
100 tags. And then someone will be live with us.
Yeah, so you got to tag people in
Oh.
the chat room. You got to start tagging your friends, people. Tag them and get them in that chat room, and we'll pull one of you on live with us.
Oh, Ryan.
Yep, Ryan.
we don't support Katie's nastiness. We
It
really
wasn't
don't.
me, Ryan. It wasn't me. It was Katie.
How are you, Luke?
Look, I'm good.
Besides
I've
the
got,
wrinkled fucking mess.
No, I had to hide those curtains from our last broadcast because I'm scared that a spirit's going to like just come out of the
I don't
So
know.
I'm in my mother's house, but she's got like these old curtains. I'm in my mother's house because my internet shit itself, and it's been an ongoing saga all week. It's really quite boring, but I've had lots of interesting fights with my internet service provider. I think they think I'm like some psychopath, but I've got shit to do. Like, I can't do this shit without internet, right? I'm well within my rights to get angry. I'm paying $70 a month for this shit. And there might have been some like earthquake in Tonga or something and people lost their lives, but that is my problem? No.
Oh
Meanwhile,
my God.
arguing with service providers, could we have a better introduction for someone? How are you, Jeff?
Yeah, try spending $300 a month and still not being able to have a clear picture. I was watching back Jenny's interview and I'm like, cutting out and I'm all pixelated. I'm like, oh, that's great, lovely, wonderful. It's been a week, kids. It's been a week. I'm telling you, we've recorded a bunch of shows. We've done a lot of things.
And you went to Italy.
I went to Italy this morning with that that's Stacey Clark, that son of a bitch. I'm telling you, her and I, we're getting closer, though. We're getting closer. Today wasn't too bad. My titties weren't shaking too much. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't too stressful. It was all right. I'm here. We survived. It's been a week.
Won't it just be like a total mindfuck if Jeff gets like super shredded? Like,
That's
are we
kind of
going to
the
cope
goal.
with that?
That's
Are we
the
going to
goal.
cope?
Getting back to getting back.
Then we're going
Back to
to Jeff's
it,
going to
getting
start
back to it.
OnlyFans.
Jeffrey, if you get super shredded, like you're just
Absolutely.
yoked, then
Absolutely.
I'm gonna take you to the beach and we're gonna film a music video.
Oh, incentives.
With Jeffrey.
And I'm
That'd be
gonna dress up in a Baywatch bikini and do the slow run.
Yes, and then
And
you
then
know
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna be
get
like,
you. I'm gonna get you the paddle, and you're gonna do the slow run. It's
And
gonna
I'm
be
gonna do-
great.
I should do it anyways. I think you should do it anyways.
Can we do it
Are you
anyway
ready?
when we're over
Are
there?
you ready?
That's what I'm saying. I think it should happen anyways.
I'm going to film this shit and I want
Okay,
Jeff
maybe,
running on the beach.
maybe
That'll be the
we'll-
new uncensored commercial.
Maybe we'll do
Right.
that.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll do Jeffrey Doesn't Cry. We'll do the music video for that because Ryan never made me one. Just saying.
Right.
That's right, kids.
Coughlin's
Ryan
getting shit
Coughlin.
on
You can go
left,
look
right,
up
and center
Coughlin
today.
on YouTube. I'm not giving him shit. I'm just saying I didn't get a music video. I'm just saying I didn't get one. I didn't get a music video, but I got a song. You go look up Coughlin on YouTube and you can go see my song. And even though he's
As long as you
spelling
get
it
a
wrong,
song.
it's okay. I got a song. Jeffrey Doesn't Cry.
Look, Chris said,
Jeez.
video for hot load.
Ah,
There you go.
that's
That's it.
perfect.
Kitty's doing
That's
like a
right.
5-minute.
Just a little bumping. It don't mean nothing.
We're just bringing everyone's past into the light today, aren't we?
Mhm,
It's just,
pretty much.
Just not.
Well, you know,
stopping.
our old co-host, Miss Karen Ashley, she had a song too. She was on the soundtrack of Mo Money, Mo Problems, right? What was the damn song? Everybody Get Together, right? Everybody get together. Oh, look, we got some
Jeffrey
spam
knows it
going
by
on. How
himself.
exciting. We're getting spammed on YouTube.
Oh, good job.
We've made it happen, guys.
I love
Thank
it.
you,
I
Barlow
love
Parami.
I love it. So that's actually been a very exciting time for this week. I had time, you know. We were getting spammed on the inbox of the show page. And these
Yeah, I've seen
dudes
it's
are
been
just
going
the last
off.
like 19 times. Can you set up what's
Jeffrey
more
has
information
full
on your business?
conversations
What's
with these people.
I really do. The one dude.
But what
he's-
about
I
the
don't know-
investor? What about
I
the
don't know what
investor on
language-
Instagram? That entertained me reading through that.
I don't know what language they're sending him, and the dude's sending pictures of him in like construction gear and shit. And I'm like, do you need coasters? We have coasters. I'm like, how about a mask? Would you like a mask? I'm like, which ad? Do you mean this ad? How about this ad? And I'm just going and going and go. I'm like, listen, bitch, you want to send obsessive messages? I can send them right back. I got time today. And then I got because they'll
He's on
send
the
like
treadmill
they'll just post shit
furiously texting.
on Instagram. They'll like constantly like, oh, DM us and you can promote your shit on this. So I'm like, keep it up. I'm gonna spam you right back. They start blocking us from the pages because they're all like spam pages, right? With like fake numbers. So I like go, and then all of a sudden I realize we're all blocked from all those pages. So before I
They realize that you're more annoying than them.
yeah, I was
And that's how you know you've made it.
so yeah. I'm like, oh, listen, kids, you picked the wrong homo. Okay, I got a lot of aggression to work out. These kids make me crazy.
Jeffrey's
I am
got
not the
nothing
one.
but
I'm
time
like-
and aggression.
I am fighting with people on Twitter all day about all kinds of shit. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Well, let's actually do this because we've had a request for it already. So let's jump into this week.
Hot load of hot topics.
I just want to let you know, at your funeral, we're just going to have that playing on a loop.
You know,
Just
I hope my
really-
dad, the pastor, is not there.
Really sad and slow cat.
Yeah, we'll have it in slow motion.
You know,
Maybe give it a nice sepia filter. You know,
Oh.
sepia.
sepia.
Nice
Yeah, that
moment.
one. Whatever that one is.
Sepia
That
tone.
one.
Yep, that one.
Yep, that one.
The one that implies that it's really sad. Except even though
Yeah.
I'm going like,
Well, look, it's
And
been
we'll
a bit
play
of a
Candle
scary...
in the Wind.
Wait a minute. Well, why don't we get a better video of that? Hold on. Can we just?
She'll have to
No.
read
Oh,
it.
are you requesting her to do it right now?
Oh, she's doing it again.
oh,
right
you
now.
want it now? Oh, my
Hold on,
God.
I'm
This
trying to
one's
fix
gone
this
in the
thing.
next clip.
All right, go
Okay,
ahead.
fine. Here we are.
Okay. Hot load of hot topics.
I still love it. I still love the original.
It's still funny.
The original's much better.
Everyone
I
there was
needs
a lot
wasn't sitting
more.
in a chair. I was standing for the original. It's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was going for it in the original.
Mhm.
Well, you
She
were
was
teaching
just
a
feeling it.
technique when you did
That's
that.
true. That's true.
We
Where's
all
my
need to-
inspiration this time?
Yeah. Oh, well, your inspiration is you're
You gotta
changing
catch it.
people's minds because it's been a scary week because we had to start out the week looking at these. What are those claws about?
Did
Now,
we
can I
hear-
really ask seriously what is going on there? Like, can
Okay,
someone
so
actually?
the way she explained it was that it was like, and Kat, maybe you can explain this because you
Mm-hmm.
know you've had your picture taken with probably all different sorts of
Mhm.
cameras. She said it was
She
like a
looks like she's
special
full of formaldehyde.
She said it was a special lens that like elongates the limbs. Does that like actually exist?
I think so. My best friend has one that has a skinny filter, and it actually does. I always
Oh.
want her to take the pictures because it makes you long and skinny. So it was probably one of those. Even the new iPhone, the 13 Pro, if you put it like down on the ground and then you take a picture in front of it, you look long and crazy like a giraffe.
But as I said in the article, it's Nosferatu, but make it fashion.
Okay, well,
Ooh.
that would have been a really great joke, but it's Chloe, not Kim.
But whatever,
true.
she's
Um,
it's creepy. Like these Kardashians need all the help in the world.
Can I
Those-
just-
she did look creepy. Those
Can I
fingers
just?
were
I want to share something with you that I actually just got. It's
Yeah.
for the show on Monday nights, but that's what the Kardashians make me want to do. This is what your emotional support animal. It says when you pick up your new emotional support pet and it decides your problems are not its cup of tea, and the
That's
raccoon
amazing.
jumps off the front of
Yeah.
the movie.
Look.
So basically, you are admitting that you are a trash scavenger.
Trash pan.
Can we agree to that?
Hey, it wasn't my topic.
I wonder if it wouldn't look so bad if like her nails were maybe a brighter color. Maybe it wouldn't look as creepy.
I
No,
think
her
the
skin
hands were
looks
the
dead.
worst part.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
She
I
looks dead.
love the memes that have come out. It's like this is the manicure of the thing that lurks underneath my bed.
Oh, I saw that one. That
It's
was
like,
hilarious. Let's grab your
It's an
ankle.
interesting choice.
Why
Let's
is
just put
everybody
it that
caring
way.
about her hands? She looks gorgeous. Next.
It was creepy. We need distractions. Well, how about look, we've got double Rihanna news this week. First up, girl's pregnant.
Love
and
it.
she looks beautiful.
She looks
How?
Amazing.
banging too.
It's not
Amazing.
fair.
I did
I
not
know,
look
right?
that good pregnant. Hell, I don't look that good not pregnant. So there's
I don't
too.
look that good now. I wish I did. I might consider being pregnant.
She
Jeez.
looks. I wish I looked that good pregnant. I was just
Um,
swollen and fat and gross. I mean, still am, but not the point.
Yeah, it's
Not
not
the
fair.
point.
Fucking hell.
Well,
We're-
also-
we're on a
Was
good
there funny
self-esteem kick
smells,
today, aren't we,
Katie?
guys?
Well, and
Jeffrey's throwing himself in front of cars.
she's a sugar mama now. Like, does anybody know her net worth compared to ASAP Rocky?
Oh,
it
it's
has to
probably
be
way
insanely-
different. Way different, I'm sure.
right?
Yeah.
Because she has her fashion brand that is releasing.
Oh,
Male
wait for it,
lingerie.
kids. Brrr. Oh, Whoop, there it
Yeah,
Which one are
I
you
ain't gonna
buying?
look that good in it.
isn't.
Luke,
Whoop, there
it
is.
looks
Now-
like something you would wear on a regular basis.
This male-based lingerie
Yeah, we need someone to try that on.
ranges
I
from
would
size
wear it.
extra small to 3XL.
But nobody in a 3XL
3XL?
would wear that. You have the
3XL.
It's size-
audacity.
Oh,
Rihanna
If we're
is-
running down the beach doing a Baywatch clip, I will wear it.
Her
I will.
Fenty
And
line
that
is
is
known
a
for
big-
being inclusive, Jeffrey. So yeah.
Okay, well,
listen,
being inclusive is
fuck this
fine, but the
big is
fashion is
beautiful
bad.
bullshit. No.
Jeffrey,
No.
you
But-
are beautiful. Repeat after
No.
me.
Can I-
Yeah, you know what?
I,
Okay, fine.
Jeffrey,
You can
am
be big as
beautiful.
beautiful, but not in that. That's fucking rude. You don't go around with your belly jiggling and your
But it's
fucking
not-
fat rolls and
this
your
is
wrinkles
the
all
thing.
hanging out and
Well,
your stretch
for-
marks.
for
That's the
our
difference. It's
friends-
rude.
For our friends
No.
that are just listening and can't see the photo, it
Yes.
is definitely lingerie. It's like a see-through net, and it looks like it's probably like a see-through net man thong with a see-through net shirt that cuts off like right after your nipples. So it's really like you're wearing two band-aids.
Jeffrey, if I buy it for you, can you
No,
please do
absolutely
your
not.
walk in Italy
As a
in it?
person-
Please.
As
For
a fat
TikTok.
person
For
that
TikTok,
has
baby.
bigger titties than Katie on this panel, I can say
you don't.
fat people
No,
have
you
no
don't.
business wearing that shit.
You don't.
Not even
But
a
this
little
is-
bit.
Are
Can I
you
bring
saying
this-
it's offensive?
This is what I want to talk about because
It is offensive. Let me tell you what, if I saw a fat person
Offensive.
walking wearing that shit on the beach and my kids were there, I would yell at them and slap them in the face. What the fuck
Why?
are you wearing? That's rude. I
What
don't want
is
to
it
see. I
bothering you
cannot stand
for?
when I see a fat bitch wearing a cutoff shirt and her
It's not
fucking
bothering
stomach's
you.
hanging out. It's so disgusting. It's
No.
so rude.
No.
It's
No,
no,
it's
no,
not.
there's
It's
nothing
not. They're living
attractive
their
about
life.
that.
They're living their
No,
life.
no,
They're just
no.
living
It's
their life.
ignorance. No. No,
I find
no.
a crop top if you don't have six-pack abs offensive. So let
Yes,
me tell you for
it's
a
not
fact,
cute.
I have never worn a crop top for that reason.
No.
I don't have the
And I'm
abs. I
telling
don't
you,
do
you
it.
don't have good friends. If your friends are telling you it's okay for you to go outside looking like that, your friends are not good friends. Okay?
Guess what, Jeffrey?
Because
You
it is
don't
not
have good
attractive
friends.
and it's not a good look. I would never wear something like that out in public. I don't even wear short sleeve shirts because I don't think people that have flappy arms should be going out with sleeveless clothes.
Well,
it's
hold
not
on.
attractive.
Now I can't
It's not
even
a
be
good look.
sleeveless. That's rude.
You can have all the confidence in the world. You can have all the confidence in the world, but come on, let's be realistic, okay? You can
Don't
feel
agree,
good
Sam.
about yourself. You can have
Don't
confidence,
agree.
but you don't have to be showing off nasty, flappy skin to the whole world. Come on.
So now
come
I'm gonna
on.
buy a crop top, and I'm gonna show you my
Now
mom
it's
got.
done.
Now it's
Bitch,
on.
and I'll tell you to
Now
put
it's
it away.
on. And
I'll
I
tell
will
you to
not
put it away.
And I will not put it away. Will not.
I
Yes,
think
you're
we're
right.
missing. All right, guys, we're missing
This
the
is my
point.
favorite
Okay,
red ever. It really is.
We're missing the point. So to
What is
start
the
with,
point exactly?
it is lingerie for men, which is obviously not meant to be seen in public. But why is it
Thank you,
different
Lashana.
for
What if
Why
they
is
got
it
like a
different
really hairy bum
for-
and all the hair be
Just
sticking
excuse
through
me,
that
just
lingerie? It'd be
wait a
so-
second, wait a
No.
second. Why is
This-
it different? Why is it different for larger female bodies to be fetishized as, you know, sexy and amazing and all that kind of stuff and body positivity, and then the majority of the comments on this article have been, "Oh my god, that's disgusting," and laughing emojis. What does that say about
No,
the
I agree.
human?
Because I guess it's quite
experience.
feminized lingerie. Like men, it's just something that's not ever traditionally been worn by men.
There's a difference
I know the world's
between
changing.
a plus size model. There's a
Mhm.
difference between a plus size model, you know what I mean, or a full size woman, you know what I mean, and morbid obesity. You know what I'm saying? 3X, which is, you know, around me, I got no business wearing see-through clothes in public. None. Absolutely not.
What
And I'm
about a
sorry,
thong? What about a
as
thong,
person
Jeffrey?
who's
wearing a thong right
absolutely
now.
not, absolutely not. And as a
He's wearing it
person
right
whose
now.
marriage ended in part because of his overweightness, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to tell you, you know what I mean? I was aware of what was going on. It's not attractive, kids. It's not. You just got to be realistic about it and
Okay,
deal
so
with it.
you're-
You know what I'm
So
saying?
you're
You can't
holding
sit here
on
and
to
pretend.
your trauma and projecting it onto other people.
It's not trauma. It's not trauma, Katie, because here's the thing. Even before that, I've never been attracted to a fat person. I'm never going to be, right? That's not
that's
me
your
being
thing.
right.
That's your
But not
thing.
how many people are. Not many people are. They're just
People
not going to say it because
hold
it makes
on.
you
I
look
beg
like
to
a shitty
differ.
person.
I
Mhm.
beg to differ. I would
Mm.
say a lot. I would say myself and a lot of my friends have been accused of being chubby chasers. There's
There's
a name
nothing.
for us.
There is
Mhm.
nothing wrong with a
Mhm.
person who is comfortable in
Mhm.
their body wearing clothes that they feel good in. There's nothing
Mhm.
wrong with it. It does nothing to affect your
I'm
day.
not saying that.
Nothing.
I'm not saying that. But when your
You
guts
are,
are
though.
hanging out all over and you're morbidly obese, it's not a good look.
You just.
I'm not saying somebody that's pleasantly plump. I'm talking about morbid obesity. It's not cute.
It's not your business. It's
I
not
don't
your
think-
business.
And look,
It is if
that's
you're
why
putting it in my
clothing is
fucking
everyone's-
face. If you're in public,
That's why
it's my
clothing is
business. I can
everyone's
see it.
choice, right? Clothing is everyone's choice, except
What?
if you're Minnie Mouse. Because
Oh, yeah.
Minnie Mouse is not allowed to wear a pantsuit because it is destroying the fabric of our society, says Candace Owen.
Oh, you know why? Because it looks too much like Hillary. She can't deal with it. She can't.
What the fuck is this bitch
Isn't
on
it just
about?
for like an event or something? She's wearing. She's going to go back to a
it's
little
for-
polka
it's for
dot
Women's
dress.
Month. It's
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Women's Month.
It's
It's
just
like-
a pantsuit.
I don't
It's a
think
power
anything's
suit.
wrong with it. Yes,
power
okay.
suit.
She's a traditionally very, very feminine character. Okay, I get it. But these are new times, people. Hello, women can have jobs. Have you seen Barbie? Okay. She's an astronaut and a doctor. Okay. You could do it all. You could be a woman, wear a pantsuit, power to the women. Just bust it out, Minnie Mouse. Good for you.
And you can wear lingerie.
Oh no,
It's
you
just
Right,
can't.
such a
Jeffrey?
As long as,
strange thing.
As long as you are a
Absolutely not.
certain size. As long as you are a
Like,
certain
who
size.
gets offended over Minnie Mouse? Like,
Candace Owens.
Tucker Carlson.
Oh, that's
bitch-
Eminem's though.
bitch
That's
needs
Eminem's
more
though.
time. Like, she needs
No, he
more
was
to do
pissed
with her
about this
life.
too.
Oh, he was pissed about. Oh, that's not shocking. I guess.
he's always pissed
Tucker,
about.
Tucker Carlson's just
little
upset he
things.
can't fuck the green M&M anymore. We all know it.
That's
Like,
true.
so I've never seen people so upset about candy. It's like,
Oof.
you weren't gonna. I'm pretty sure if the
want
green M&M was a
candy.
woman, she wasn't gonna fuck you in the first place, dude. Like, calm it right down. I can't calm down
Woo!
because Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out in October. Everyone, shut the front door. We're gonna have an amazing Halloween when we're over there, guys. We're gonna have to watch. We're gonna have to watch Hocus Pocus 2.
Yeah, we
We
are.
are going to have to.
Work my pussy out. That's gonna be
On
amazing.
Jeff's couch. Oh, can we have like a whole little slumber party?
No,
and have, like,
Luke, we will be in California by then.
oh, okay.
You're gonna be
So
in
it
my
won't be-
territory.
So
We're
you
gonna
gotta
be-
take
So we're gonna have a
Hocus
sleepover
Pocus.
at Kitty's.
I'll make you a deal. We can have a sleepover here. I have all the snacks in the world. We just can't talk about it till October.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
I like the other topics for tonight way better.
That costs
All right,
extra.
let's keep moving then.
in you know. Speaking of winning, this bitch is winning.
Oh yeah, she
Yes,
is.
Erica Girardi / Erica Jane has been dismissed from the lawsuit of Girardi and Keese against her former husband Tom Girardi and the embezzlement of funds for plane crash victims. Oh,
Stealing
all I
from
thought-
the widows
all
and
I
the
thought
orphans.
when I saw this news article is she is going to go after Sutton so hard next season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I'm going to fucking devour it. They're in Colorado at the moment.
Well, Katrina,
when
you
that-
were saying earlier on live that it was only
Mhm.
dismissed in Chicago.
It was only dismissed in Chicago.
Oh,
So they're going to come after her again in California, where she was living at the time, where she's still living, and where the husband is living, and where all the money was transferred. And
So she might do a franchise swap, eh? She might just end up in another city.
I mean, she might end
I'm Erica.
she's in
I don't-
trouble.
Yeah, I mean, they still have to prove that she knew where the money was coming from. But I don't know.
Look,
But-
I stand Erica. She's my boo.
I love her. She's
I
my
live.
favorite one of all time ever.
It's
Hashtag
expensive
free
to be
Erica.
Erica. It's expensive to be Erica.
I would
Oh,
not be
yeah.
visiting that man in the home.
But
Oh,
now
no.
the irony of that song.
I
It's
know,
expensive
right?
to be
To
me.
be me.
And then she,
Give me,
you know, bet she got
Give me
$20
your
million
compensation,
from them.
Claire.
Sorry about the fact that you're a burn victim and my husband stole all
Yeah.
your money, but
Yeah, sorry
I need
those
new
people died in that plane
extensions.
crash, but
Mhm.
And I still don't give a fuck.
she's
Mhm.
all about it. I love it.
Yep.
All right, we have to talk. I'm sad Vera's not here today because she would have went rank as a Frankfurt. 45's back at it again, y'all. So he's kicking it off, like threatening to run again for
Mhm.
president.
Mhm.
On the platform of teasing pardons for the people that were involved in the Capitol insurrection and banning transgender people from sport.
I'm excited for the
Wow.
shenanigans. That's all I've got
Jeffrey,
to say.
are you like
Of course you're excited
moistened
for
at
it.
an
You're not
oyster at the
directly
thought of
affected
another
by it.
campaign?
No, because they took him off Twitter and everything. So like the excitement of him was like you never knew what he was going to say that day, right? Like that was kind of the fun part, was like, I can't wait to get on Twitter and see what this crazy son of a bitch is going to do today. And you know, you're like, he can't possibly top what he said. And then he always did. But that fun is gone. So it's like, I don't care anymore. Like he just needs to not come back. He needs to give up at this point. He needs to just go away.
You don't think
I
because
don't think
he's
he's
banned from
ever
those
gonna give up.
platforms,
He's not.
that
He
he's banned
won't.
from those platforms that the stunts will be bigger though?
Yeah,
Well,
Because
you're going
and
by
yeah.
what-
he
well,
has,
you're going
you
by what
know.
he's. Oh, sorry, go.
Oh,
Go, go,
sorry.
go.
I was just gonna say he has his own networks now. He has the own network. He has his other network that's his. So
It'll get
he has
retweeted,
taken
Jeff.
it
Don't
bigger.
don't despair.
He's not
Yeah.
just limited to his own Twitter that someone else owns. No. This mofo has taken over other actual news channels.
Yeah.
And
With all that money. All that money.
And I honestly think that we should put together a GoFundMe account so that we can buy me a Save America red hat so that I can wear it the next time Vera's on.
Are you really trying to set that girl off? Good lord.
She will come and shit in your grave, Kat.
Yeah,
She will come find you.
Listen,
I know.
we need a
I
little
can't
more
wait.
tension on this show, man. I think it's perfect. Just what we need.
but
They were
I
saying,
have-
someone was saying in the comments that if he doesn't declare that he's actually running, that he gets to keep all of that fundraising money.
I don't think that's how
I don't
that
know if
works.
that's true or not.
Well, have a look at the comments on the article, but I'm like,
Oh,
it's millions
kitty.
of that people are. Oh, Christopher's going to gift you the hat.
Thank
All right.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Inbox the page, Christopher. We'll work that out for you.
We'll send you the address ASAP.
Why does Trump need help financing anything if he's this rich? If he's as rich as he
Well,
believes to be.
He has.
Because
gone
why not?
bankrupt
He's
a
rich
few
because he
times.
don't spend his money.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
They're digging.
But I
they
have-
are digging.
I have an opinion about his ban on trans people in sports.
Go for it.
Yep.
You're not gonna like it.
That's all right.
No,
you go
I
for
don't
it.
think that. I don't think male to female trans should be competing against women either.
I agree
I really
100%.
don't.
I really don't agree that I should be competing in a sport with someone that was born as biologically a man. I don't think that's fair. I don't have a problem changing in the locker room or any of that, but if you're going to be in the same competition as me, I don't think that's fair. I worked my ass off to qualify for the Olympics, and I made it twice in 2 different sports. But if you are now going to put someone up against me that is bigger, stronger, they're going to win. And it's going to be beyond my control, and that's not fair. Because the competition like that is supposed to be even body size, even composition, and just based on skill. Well, if you bring someone else in that was born with some other composition, it's not fair.
Well, here's a counterpoint. So Michael Phelps was born with this deformity where his body produces less lactic acid than a normal body would, so he doesn't get tired as easily. So that man can go the distance.
Mm-hmm.
So
He didn't modify
He didn't
himself.
change his body.
Hold on.
He didn't
But
change
he's
it.
at an advantage there. He is at
But
an
that's-
advantage there.
But he was
That's
born
how
that
he
way.
was
That's
born.
different.
But he is at an advantage. Is it fair that he can do that?
Yes, because he didn't change himself.
But
That still
how
seems
much of
pretty
an
unfair.
advantage is that over like he's still in a weight class and a muscle mass that's pretty much equal? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but-
Like
But
I
the
mean,
normal person his size, let's say they could go like 20 laps, a normal person who has trained the same amount, let's say that. He could probably go double that because he's not getting tired and he was born
I
with
think,
that
Katie, you got to bring up things like, especially contact sports, especially things like UFC, where
But
you've
you're-
got somebody who's transitioned fighting somebody born female. Bone density is different even after hormone treatment. I'm really sorry, but it's not fair. And this is not to deny anyone their humanity or to be respected as a transgendered female at all. It's just the facts are the facts. Somebody with heavier bones is going to hit harder than somebody who is smaller from birth.
Well, I'm just confused why you think that they can't compete with an advantage, but someone who was born with it can totally do it. They both have
Because-
advantages.
Someone who was born with it didn't
Well, then
do
why can't we
anything
just
to
take
create that.
steroids? Why can't we just take steroids? Like, it's
They
fun
do
for
take
China to do
steroids.
it in WWE
They do.
because it's
They do.
like fake and it's scripted.
They're
wasn't
not
there?
supposed
but-
to, but they
Well,
do.
didn't one of the fights happen where it was a transgendered male to female, and it was against a born
Yes, and broke her
female
skull.
person, and
Yes.
it was not good, right?
Yeah, she
I mean, I don't
fractured
know what the
her
answer
skull.
is here. I don't have a very solid opinion on this because I don't know. I don't know because it just
I
to
remember
me there
reading
doesn't seem to
that,
be an
and
easy answer.
It wasn't what the story was out there.
And here's my opinion on it.
What's the story, Katie?
Why
Hang on.
don't do
I
sport?
don't remember, but I remember
Oh.
reading that she explained that like that injury can happen to anyone. Like I could do it
But
to
it didn't. It
But the
didn't
fact
happen to
is-
anyone.
a man could do it to another man, a woman could do it to another woman.
But they
It's the way
don't, and they
But
haven't.
they do, but they do.
But why you
These
hit
injuries
with the head
happen
to
all
start
the
with?
time.
So you're just saying it was highlighted more because of the situation.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
All right,
I
we
mean,
want to
that
talk
could
about
be, that could be.
situation. We want to talk about situations that need highlighting.
Mhm.
Jeffrey, get ready.
Why am I getting
Wow.
ready?
The Crumb Bums. Ethan Crumley is going to plead insanity for his shooting spree. You've had a lot to say, and on Monday you guys say a lot about mental health. Do you think that this is a legitimate mental health issue, or is this panic stations get me out of?
I think
Fucking
anyone who's going to
adult
shoot up a
charges.
school is insane. But where do we draw the line with insanity,
Mhm.
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey?
Well, I think there's a difference between pleading insanity to get out of dealing with the consequences of it, right?
Mhm.
Because if your parents handed you the gun,
Mhm.
bought you the gun when you were underage, like there's a whole slew of things. Like just because you're mentally ill does not mean that you don't have to face the consequences
right?
of the situation. So sorry, don't pass go. Do not collect your $200. You're still going to jail, boo. Like, but yes, again, for me, it's not a gun issue. This is a mental health situation because nor him nor his parents were clearly in a mentally sound
Chemically
state of mind.
stable.
Yeah, none of them.
But
Okay,
how
well-
offensive? Sorry, Kat.
All right.
Gia.
I was just gonna say, what if? Okay, fine. What if they accept his plea and lock him up in a mental facility for the rest of his life, like straitjacket style? Would you be okay with that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's actually probably more fitting because I think we should be studying these kind of cases, right? Like we need to study their mental health and find out, like, is this really a mental health case? Like we should be studying their brains.
What
We
if
should
they're
be
just a
studying what's going on with
sociopath?
them. And that could be, but let's find out. Don't you think we should, instead of locking them up in a cell? Like, wouldn't we find out more doing research on them
Yeah.
and doing
I
a
just
case
think
study?
it's slightly offensive that they go to insanity. Like, do you know what I mean? There is evidence of planning and intent and
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff.
Well,
that
just
is-
because
that is-
they did it or they go to that doesn't mean they're going to get it.
I know,
That's true.
but the families of these of the people that had to go through this is just another kick in the fucking teeth, right? It's like, hey, not only did you get away with shooting these people and, changing lives forever. But now you think you can get a get out of jail free card by claiming that you're insane. It's like
there's a difference between being like clinically insane and having a break in reality or a mental health crisis, right? So you can have a break in reality and go shoot something up, or a mental health crisis and go shoot something up and still not be clinically insane, So this whole thing of him, like premeditation, his parents buying the gun and trying to do insanity plea, like to me is just bullshit.
Doesn't add up.
No.
Give him the green dream. Give him the green dream.
But like mental health is, a big issue. Like we've looked at for Miss America this week. Someone that should be living the dream. Do you know what I mean? I think that a lot of people,
she had it all. She's a solicitor.
When you get to a certain level of notoriety / celebrity, people think you've got it all, right, Kat? They think that nothing ever phases you. Nothing. Sorry, right before you take a drink.
No, it's fine. Yeah, people think you're rich. People think you're perfect. People think you're living on easy street. Yeah, they think your life is, amazing, all sunshine and rainbows, and it can be, but the two are mutually exclusive, in my opinion.
And sometimes more money brings more problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know the people around you.
Yeah, and people come out of the woodwork wanting something from you. Your whole family wants to go to college and have you pay for it, which if you're balling,
and it opens up stuff inside you as well, I'm sure, going, well, I want to give back to the people that gave to me, and I want people.
Well, look what happened to MC Hammer. He just kept giving his money to his family, and he went broke.
Bankrupt. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't put respirators on everybody.
Right.
Well, even one of the very first shows that we did, Leah Remy was on right after she got fired from the talk, and she was talking to us about, when you have the money, you do things for your family. Maybe you buy them a house, you do this, but people think you're rich, but you got to pay an agent, you got to pay this, you got to pay that. So maybe you're making, $500,000 an episode, but by the time it's done, you're really getting $100,000 an episode because you're paying taxes and everything, whatever else.
Bugger.
So it's real, but it's not, you know what I mean? Like it's not as much money as what everybody else thinks. And then you're living in California. So when you're walking away with $1 million a year in California, when you look at what it costs to live off, it's really not what everybody thinks.
It's not that much if you're going to support a whole family, like extended family, then that's not going to get you very far here.
Look at what they did to poor Britney. No, keep working, girl. Mm-hmm. You keep working. Mm-hmm. You keep working. Speaking of the talk, let's talk about The Rival, The View, and Whoopi.
She's looking rough. She has a face for radio these days.
Whoopi's in a whole lot of trouble.
Whoopi made a whoopsie.
Whoopi put some graphics in for this too. I don't know if you saw them. They should be at the bottom. I put them in under Anna Renata stuff.
Is this it here? No, that's next one.
Yeah.
Yes,
that one.
This one.
But, yeah, but we don't need that right
now. So let's just talk about it first. Why she's in trouble. So it's Holocaust Remembrance Week, I guess, over there, everywhere. And Whoopi said that the Holocaust was not about race. Now, obviously, that was a massive faux pas on her behalf. It has led to obviously a lot of outrage from everywhere. She did formally apologize, but she has been put on break from The View for 2 weeks to learn and deal with the repercussions of her actions. There's been a lot of conversation, even on our page, about the difference between race and religion. So is this what we're going? This is where we're going, Jeffrey?
Well, I think too, it's important to put the context that she was saying that this wasn't about race. It was about man's cruelty and how, just being inhumane. So it wasn't like.
I think Whoopi was probably thinking because it wasn't just Jews persecuted during that war. It was political criminals. It was homosexuals. It was a lot of other groups of people as well. So I think
she was specifically talking about.
She didn't have malice in her. Yeah, she didn't have malice in what she was saying. Yeah, but a lot of other people died on the Holocaust.
The interesting thing, though, that I learned, because I kept looking it up, and there's different things on different pages, and there really, I guess, isn't a clear picture of this, right? Because I messaged Richard, Sugar Daddy Richard, you met him, and Richard happens to be Jewish. And I said, Richard, do you consider Jewish people to be a race? And he said, no, it's not a hard rule. And you look at the definition of race, and it says a group of people, any one of the groups of human that are often divided into based on physical traits regarded as common among people of shared ancestry.
Well, I would argue that there is physical traits that a lot of Jewish people have.
Right. Just like you look at Italians, you look at Irish people, right? You could go all these different races. But then if you look at this next thing, come to find out you do more research, the idea that the human species is divided into distinct groups on the basis of inherited physical and behavioral differences, genetic studies in the late 20th century refuted the existence of biogenetically distinct races. And scholars now argue that races are cultural interventions reflecting specific,
specific attitudes and beliefs that were imposed on different populations in the wake of Western European conquests beginning in the 15th century.
So basically, they're saying that race was designed by people to divide people.
By white folks, basically.
Yeah. So it was actually kind
colonizing white folks.
It was kind of surprising to me because there's not really a clear answer anywhere. Because there was another study that I learned, I think I shared it on the page, where it talked about Jewish people and the genetics and that they're predisposed to some different cancers. So wouldn't that right then qualify?
Definitely says that they are a race.
Yeah, and it's just like there's different even lung capacity, like lung function and stuff. Like we actually have, when we do a spirometry on somebody, we have to select their race because then it will marry up with the parameters that their lung function should be functioning at.
But if you look at everything when you go to select race, it doesn't say, are you Jewish? It says Caucasian, Latino,
non-Hispanic,
African American. Yeah.
Again, something that doesn't have an easy answer, but I think
Katie, you're being quiet.
The crux of the matter is that the Holocaust was a horrible thing. horrible moment in human history.
I want to ask Katie, do you think it's right for 2 weeks off of Whoopi for what she said, for her whoopsie?
I don't really have a place to answer this because I'm not Jewish. 2, I don't have any ancestors that went through any of that. And I'm not a person of color. I'm not Black. I really, it's people like me that oppress them. So like, it's kind of weird for me to make these like, it's kind of weird to make these statements like, oh yeah, this is what I think.
But it's not making a statement. It's having an opinion. And that's what this show's about.
My opinion is that I don't know.
I think she's allowed to have that opinion.
Yeah. And I think
I don't know.
I have one. I think Whoopi is wrong. I think 6 million people getting eradicated from the face of the earth does show that they are a race. And 1 million children just being extinct because they were born Jewish, I think that is about eradicating an entire species, an entire race of people. So I think she's wrong. And I think, honestly, she should have been fired. I don't think that she should be saying those comments that are so grossly offensive to people. Look at Roseanne. Roseanne was fired in nanosecond, and Whoopi just gets a little sit in the corner.
I mean, I'm definitely on the side of the people who been through it, have family that went through it. I'm definitely on their side, for sure.
All right.
I did think that
so
was
we're talking a lot about
opinions
and all that kind of thing. We're going to jump straight into this week's View from Here because we're I love the shock. Now, when we were on air last week, this was all unfolding. So, late last week, Neil Young decided that he would withdraw his music from Spotify because of the COVID misinformation that Joe Rogan was spreading through his show. That then spread to Joni Mitchell also joining Neil Young in refusing to let Spotify circulate their music. Those actions led Spotify to a $2 billion loss on their worth on the stock market. But Spotify have stood with Joe Rogan because he is their top earning
their
star,
star.
and he's their star. The question this week is obviously about free speech. When does free speech become dangerous, and when can you negate free speech? Now, Jeff, you've been doing a little bit of research into free speech, so what have you got to say for us today on the American behalf?
According to the Constitution, he can say whatever he wants. I mean, really, at the end of the day, this is about money and Spotify. He has the right to his opinion. He can say it in public. It whether we like it or not, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, that's the part of the First Amendment. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and they can say it publicly. It doesn't matter if we like it, if it's racist, if it's bigoted. They're entitled to say it publicly. And I think that's the most difficult thing here. And I think the trickiest part of this is the misinformation bit. And that was the part that kept getting stuck with me, because I'm like, okay, so he has controversial guests on, doctors, different things on, that he's asking questions to, and they're giving answers that other doctors don't like. But I think back to when COVID first came out and we were getting given all this information. Nobody knew what the real answers were. We were told the vaccine was 95% effective against COVID-19. Come to find out, that's bullshit. That was misinformation, because everybody I know that's had the vaccine has COVID. You can't tell me those are all but breakthrough cases. And now if you say anything against it, you're getting banned from social media and your show's getting shut down on YouTube, which we might be for me saying what I just said. So, I mean, I kind of have a big issue with this. I mean, the horse pill stuff, where's the personal accountability? If you're listening to a dude on a podcast, because we're all people on a podcast, right? We all have opinions. It's an opinion show.
Correct.
He's not an expert. He's never claimed to be. So if you're listening to a person on a podcast and they tell you to go jump off a fucking bridge and you go jump off a fucking bridge, whose fault is that? You're not responsible for your own actions. When did we become a society of people that started holding other people accountable for our actions? It's a cop-out.
Counter.
Go.
Go ahead.
1, free speech does not mean you can say whatever the hell you want to say. Because you can't walk into a building and scream fire. You can't. You'll get kicked out, whatever. You are violating those private rules. Free speech, sure, you can get on a podcast and say, oh, hey, COVID's fake, blah, 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 blah. But if you violate Spotify's rules and regulations, your ass is going to get kicked off, just like what's been happening on Twitter. If you are violating a private set of rules that you agreed to, by the way, when you sign up for these things, they can kick you off. That's just the way it is. Number 2, with the vaccine thing, show me the numbers that say that's wrong, because no one's ever said it was foolproof. It's just like the flu shot. It helps alleviate cases. It doesn't cure it. And I think that's where a lot of big problems are here. People think it's a miracle cure, and that's not what it was meant to be. It's not. And as for Joe Rogan, he's bringing on people who are claiming to be experts in fields that he is he's spouting these opinions on. So yes, it is irresponsible when these people say, I'm an expert in my field. This is what I'm saying. And it's wrong, and it's misinformation. It's bullshit. Freedom of speech only covers so much.
I disagree.
Kitty.
I think that if you want to say whatever you want to say it on a podcast. Just don't call yourself a doctor. So I'll tell you, hey, I think vaccines work. I think that's why we've eradicated polio for the most part. Tuberculosis is under control. I think that's why people aren't dying of the plagues anymore. But But I'm not saying anything for certain. I'm not saying go jump off a bridge because I'm not a doctor. But I can tell you that I jumped off a bridge once and I thought it was really exhilarating. I went for a nice swim afterwards and it was great. I can do that because it's my podcast and I can give you my opinion, and that's perfectly fine. If I were to say I am a physician and I am telling you that it is the best thing for you to go jump off your roof right now and break your leg, well, then I can see that could be a problem. But if I'm not representing myself as a doctor and I'm not claiming to be a medical expert myself, I don't have a problem with that.
Right. Kitty,
It's
which
not Joe
episode
Rogan.
did you listen to? Did you listen to the horse pill one?
I'm trying to look up the one I listened to. It's
Yeah,
not
When he
Joe
was
Rogan.
telling people to take ivermectin, which
Yeah.
is
So let's
most
let's
students treat parasites.
It's not
It's
Joe
Guys,
treat-
Rogan that's saying this.
let's go to all right. Let's just go to Luke because he is the one that is working in the medical field and has like firsthand experience with the whole vaccination process and everything that has gone on in the last 18 months. So, Luke,
I
Your
think
opinion.
telling people to take a horse-strength dose of a medication that is used to treat worms, scabies, and other parasites to treat a virus is completely baseless. Who knows what he gets his ideas from? I don't know. I do think, though, that because he's an American and he's on a podcast, the podcast is not being broadcast as medical advice. It's just his opinions on shit that he can express them. I just hope that the people listening to him can take everything with a grain of salt and make their own decisions about stuff. I think it's not, if that's the hill they want to die on, then see ya. Bye, bitch.
so
Right.
my question, if someone like him who does have a huge public profile, does he have a responsibility for what his listeners do?
Look, the thing is, though, why do people listen to him? Why are they listening to him? Like, he
Why do
obviously
people
has
vote for
something.
Trump?
For entertainment, not for medical advice.
I just want to
Exactly.
pull
So,
this up here. It was Dr. Robert Malone.
Yeah, what?
And hold on, look at this. Look at what's up there now.
Yes. So
Can't
this
see
is
Oh, the
all right.
warning.
So this
Yep,
has
the
just
warning's up there
happened.
now.
So this is for further part of the story. Spotify have gone, done their due diligence. Now anything that mentions COVID-19,
that's what I was going to say. I just think a disclaimer
hours worth of
is
podcasts
enough.
and stuff like that. There is disclaimers on there, which is all they really legally need to do.
Well, and Katie,
Correct?
when you were listening,
Yes.
did he say anything like, "I'm not an expert, do your own research"? Like, what
No.
was he saying?
It was mostly the doctor making these statements. It wasn't Joe Rogan. That's the
He
thing.
has just
So it's his
recently
guess.
made a statement.
It's his
Yeah.
guest.
It's his guests that are saying it, and he has just said recently, the last couple of days, that what he should have done is gotten someone else on the opposing side and like a journalist should, give you the facts on both sides and let your audience decide.
And he
what
said
is
moving
actually...
forward he will. So
Yeah.
between him moving forward, giving both perspectives, and Spotify leading you in the right direction where you can get the latest and greatest up-to-date scientific medical information, what else can you do? That's it.
So was
Say
the
what
guy
comes down-
that
Say
yeah,
what
it
you
comes
want
down
to
to
say.
fact.
Was
Say
this
what you want
guy-
to say on an entertainment show.
was this guy in particular a doctor, an actual
Yes.
doctor?
Yes.
Actual doctor.
So he was a
This is the-
legitimate doctor
Yes, actually.
that was claiming
Mm-hmm.
that the horse pill actually
Mhm.
worked.
Mm-hmm.
So there could be in the realm of fucking small ass possibilities. The man's a doctor. There could be some truth to it. Did he have research? Did he have research? What is he basing this on?
Here's the thing. It is used to treat humans, but it's in a much, 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 much smaller dose. It is used, and it's not used for.
But they're saying Viagra can also be used now to help with COVID because it helps with blood perfusion.
Right.
So,
and
they're getting more oxygenated blood
you
to their
got Kat
organs.
all excited
Getting
about
muted,
Viagra.
babe.
I I have a stockpile of Viagra. Why have I not been using it?
But
What?
what
here's
didn't
the thing
Trump?
about the horse.
But didn't
the
the
horse
president of
medicine.
the United States want you to inject like cleaning fluid into your bodies like
Yes.
18
That's
months
not
He
ago
what
to
he
wanted
get
you
rid of the
to
said.
virus?
bleach.
I don't
Oh,
think he
God.
said that.
It's not
But
what
That
he
was
said.
completely.
So, the episode I listened to was Dr. Robert Malone, and this man is a groundbreaking scientist. I mean, the man is like the best of the best in his field.
He was involved with the mRNA
He was one of
vaccines.
he was
the
one of the
rollout.
original people to roll out that patent.
So this guy's a genius,
yeah. So this guy could have
is
done a lot of
what
good.
you're saying.
This guy could have done a lot of fucking good, and instead he is going the other route.
My
Does
my
that
final
mean that
question.
he's wrong?
Yeah, people have come out and said he's wrong. Like other doctors have said, you're wrong.
This is like my final question for you guys. Because it's him saying it, is that Joe Rogan's fault at all?
No, and that's what I'm saying. It's not Joe Rogan. It's his guests that are being irresponsible.
But why does that then go back on him? Because he's taking
Because it's his
people that have a
platform, though.
different-
Hey,
but
couldn't we have
it's his
certain guests
job,
on here
right?
that we could give a voice to?
Right, but we had the huge fight backstage because Vera didn't want to have people with opposing views that had QAnon takes on shit, right? We all had that huge fucking fight because nobody wanted to have people that had different takes than us. Everybody wanted to have fucking liberal viewed people on the show where I want people with different views. Right? Like, I want to have opposing views because obviously we got a big problem in this country where half the country believes all this crazy bullshit, right? So to me, it's important that we have somebody representing half of this country or half of the world, whatever, that believes all this crazy bullshit.
It's not that
You
didn't want opposing views. You didn't want someone spouting conspiracy theories and blatant bullshit.
Right, but then that's where, like, we can
Joe
take
Rogan.
precautions, but then that's where we put up our little banners that say the thoughts and expressions presented by so-and-so are the, by the person or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's not our view. That's the person's. And that's where we have the discussions, because I feel like that's how we get through to people is by having the discussions and talking shit through, because us just pretending that it doesn't exist or just doing this and trying to shut Joe Rogan down, this is how shit goes south and everybody ends up in trouble. Like, this is how we're going to end up in big trouble as a country, because we're like, oh, we don't like that Joe Rogan's having on questioning people. And, oh, the guy's a genius, but we don't like what he's saying because he's talking about a horse pill. So we need to shut all this down. And Spotify needs to lose all their business. And we're going to pull our music from Spotify because we don't like what Joe Rogan's saying. And granted, the man does say a lot of racist shit, and it's really concerning to me. That's a whole nother issue with this dude.
That's another show.
Yep.
Right.
But
That's a whole nother show.
Coming out and saying this guy is giving dangerous information.
Right. But you know what, Katie? Doctors in the 50s prescribed cigarettes. Look what they did to Judy Garland. The medicine that they prescribed that woman that was proven to be safe killed her. You know what I'm saying? So we've got a vaccine that hasn't been out long enough that they're saying is safe, that we're all injecting into our body now. And the man's questioning it. And now we're on a witch hunt against him. I'm sorry, but that to me seems like we're doing exactly what everybody's accusing the right of doing with Donald Trump. Like, we're being the crazy ones as the liberals now, going after Joe Rogan because he's asking difficult questions that nobody likes. Just saying.
When it comes down to it, I guess no one is ever going to agree on everything. And the good thing about, everyone is that you have an opinion and everyone is entitled to opinion. And you are responsible for your own actions. You don't, just because a podcast tells you to do something, or a book tells you to do something, or a doctor tells you to do something, you don't have to do it, right? Everyone is born with free will, free choice, all that kind of thing. So to end out the show this week, I'm going to give you the return of What the Fuck Weekly. What the? Because doctors highly do not recommend inserting a 20 centimeter live eel into your anus.
Oh.
So
It'll
this
eat
was
through
done.
you.
Why did this happen?
This was
Why?
done in China. And it was in order to aid a painful stomach problem and blockage.
Yep.
So, to release the tension, the man set free a live 20-centimeter eel into his colon.
Very
It was an
sensible.
ancient
And the eel went like this.
Yes, he did. It swam up his colon and punctured through his abdomen. Apparently, the man was too shy and embarrassed to go to the hospital.
And died of septicemia.
Until it became quite obvious that, shit had well and truly hit the fan. I don't know why anyone would think it's a good idea to put a live animal in your anus, right?
I've read
Apparently
about
it
things like this
happens.
before, and it is for pleasure. They do it for the pleasure.
Well, we all remember the lobster lady from last year. She bought a lobster from the market, lit a lighter to its head, so it's inserted it inside herself, so the tail would go crazy.
Oh God. Listen, I'm not
By
trying
a
to.
vibrator.
I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yum, but come on.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
A
not a cute
vibrator will
moment.
cost you $20, lady. What are you doing?
and they
an
probably
eel-
have something like that, honestly.
an eel is going to cost you a lot more in surgery because it's just not a cute. Just go get a colonoscopy or like a fucking and
Don't they
go
have-
Take
to
some
the old
Laxative.
enema
Oh.
or something. Just flush yourself out.
I was gonna say, don't they have like a spa treatment that's like a colon flush or something
Yeah,
like that?
cleanse.
They
Go get a colon
have
cleanse.
enemas at the spa.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe that could
You
be
could
our
see.
new business. We can sell like anal eels.
Anal eels. Uncensored
I've
radio.
heard of anal
eels.
ease. Now there's anal eels to go in
Ugh,
after.
it just makes look as if
Fuck
eels
that.
were.
What? That's a thing. Anal ease. You put it on there before
I know what it is.
Speaking of easing it
Have
in
you
your
used
ass,
it, Katie?
I have not.
Listen.
That's a gift.
I just want to ease something right in, guys. Make sure you go
Oh,
back and
boy.
watch our Wednesday interview with Jenny Patland. It was Roseanne Barr's daughter. Me, Kat, and Kelly did an interview with her about her book memoir. It was crazy. It was yummy and delicious. It was a crazy journey and a ride that book was. So go check that interview out. You can catch it on uncensoredradio.com. Make sure you subscribe. And then Monday, we have the new show. How did we end up?
Did you change the
Here
name again?
No, it just doesn't remember.
I
the
just
name.
can never remember the every time. I never remember the damn name. I always have to like look at the flyer that I made. And do you know how many times I've typed the damn name? Can never remember it. So that's Monday nights at 9 p.m.
While you're plugging stuff, I want to plug that. Look, Brooke and I sat down with 3 wrestlers from the Aussie wrestling scene, and we had a little chat about just the industry and some crazy stuff, and they're all good-looking people. So that one will be coming up on a Tuesday night for you guys very soon. Whoa.
And next week we have Anne and Renata coming back on as well. We've just done a little show with them. So there's plenty of
they gonna
action
be
coming
Tuesday?
at you from Uncensored Radio. Make sure you jump on all of our social medias and give us likes, follows, all that kind of stuff. So if you're already on Facebook, hello, my
And to the
Uncensored
7
Radio.
people watching this, if you're on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, please share.
No, they
the
don't show our Twitter watchers on here. They
Oh,
don't
that's
show
right.
the Twitter watchers.
And can I say to
Go
Drew, yes,
share
I've-
and retweet.
And Drew, yes, I will
Sorry.
send you some lemonade. It'll only cost you $1 million. Be sure to hit us up on Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, any of the apps. We got you.
We love
She'll
you all.
squeeze it herself.
We love you all. Thank you for joining us
Share,
this week.
share,
and we'll
share, and
see ya.
subscribe.
Yeah, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye.
Man.
Can we just read these comments quickly?
Remember, it's not the way you eel, it's the way you feel.
Can you send me some sugar, Cat? Thank you, Cat. I shall send you the dough. Honey, if he's sending $1 million, look, we're going to send you some more than lemonade, baby.
With
We
the
need that
lemonade, I will
fan
send it. You
action.
got all the sugar you want.
Hit us up.